Breaking
The
news.
team's
The
already-
Philadelphia Eagles have a big challenge ahead, but some obstacles might make the season tough for Howie Roseman's team. I'll tell you the latest updates in a moment, but first, make sure you've hit the like button. Only do it if you believe the Eagles will beat the Bills in this Sunday's game. If possible, write it like this: Go Eagles. We're going to win. It's setting up to be one of the grittiest, coldest, and most physical games of the Philadelphia Eagles' season, and the path to the NFC's number 2 seed could hinge on what goes down in Buffalo. With the bitter weather forecast already shaping the narrative, temperatures dropping into the 20s, rain turning into freezing rain and snow by kickoff at 4:25 p.m. Eastern, it's not just going to be about talent or game plan, it's going to be about toughness, discipline, and execution. Rain, sleet, or snow, Jalen Hurts has already told us the Eagles are trained to go, and they're going to need every ounce of that mental edge to take down a red-hot Josh Allen and a Bills team that started to hit their stride since Joe Brady took over play-calling duties. Let's start with the stakes. The Eagles can't grab the number 1 seed anymore after the 49ers handled business against the Colts on Monday Night Football in Week 16. That dream's dead. But number 2, still very much alive. To get there, Philly needs to do its job, win out against Buffalo and Washington, and get a little help from Chicago, Seattle, San Francisco, and the Rams. It's a tight path, but if the dominoes fall the right way, Lincoln Financial Field could once again be the site of another NFC Championship showdown. So while seeding implications are still in play, Nick Sirianni's message has been loud and clear. The starters are suiting up, and the goal is still to finish strong. Now, Buffalo is no pushover. Despite a wide receiver core that lacks a true number 1, the Bills are producing at an elite level offensively. That's how good Josh Allen has been. Since Joe Brady took over for Ken Dorsey, this offense has gotten more balanced, more unpredictable, and a lot more dangerous. They're 4th in the NFL in points per game, 28.9, 4th in yards, 373.1, and 6th in yards per play, 6.0. On third down and in the red zone, they're near the top, ranking 4th and 7th respectively. Allen is playing MVP-level football again, completing nearly 70% of his passes, 3,400-plus yards, 25 passing touchdowns, and another 12 on the ground. He's the type of dual-threat quarterback that tests every level of a defense. And yes, the Bills will run their version of the tush-push, even though Sean McDermott was one of the coaches who voted to ban it. Defensively, Buffalo isn't as sharp. They're 15th in points allowed, 22. 9, 20th in yards per play, 27th on third down, and 19th in the red zone. That last stat should jump out for Eagles fans because Philadelphia has been converting touchdowns inside the 20 at a 72% clip, a top-tier mark in the NFL. If this game turns into a red zone battle, Philly has the edge. On the Eagles' side, there's been a clear shift offensively in recent weeks. Since Sirianni's increased involvement in the offense, we've seen Jalen Hurts more under center, which has sparked the play-action game and helped the run game get back to what it was in 2022. More crossing routes, more pre-snap motion, fewer outside zone runs, more physical inside zone runs. It's bully ball, Eagles style. And it's working. Hurts has cleaned up the turnovers, 5 touchdowns, and no picks in the last 2 games. And the play calling has been smarter and more deliberate. Let's talk Saquon Barkley, because he's heating up at the right time. Against the Chargers in prime time, 20 carries, 122 yards, 6.1 YPC, and a touchdown, including that explosive 50-plus yard TD run. Against the Raiders, 22 for 78. Not flashy, but effective and steady, especially in a game where the team pounded the rock nearly 40 times. Then, against Washington, Barkley turned in his most complete performance yet. 21 carries for 132 yards, 6.3 YPC, and a game-sealing touchdown. He's looked decisive, explosive, and patient behind the line. And with the weather likely limiting the passing game, the Eagles' ability to run run effectively will be a deciding factor. The emergence of Tank Bigsby has also added juice to this backfield. As a change-of-pace option, he's given the offense fresh legs and a bruising running style late in games. When Philly needs to salt away the clock or punish tired defenders, Bigsby has been the guy. Over the past 8 games, this Eagles team has rushed for 100-plus yards in 6 of them. They've tapped back into the identity that made them so lethal last year. Then there's A.J. Brown. After a mid-season slump, the star wideout is being deployed in a way that finally maximizes his skill set. Against Washington, his route chart told the full story. Lined up outside right, outside left, in the slot, crossing routes, out routes. He's become unpredictable, and the coaching staff has finally stopped pigeonholing him into vertical-only routes. If Brown keeps this up, he could become the first player in franchise history with 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. That's elite territory, and he's closing in fast. Now, let's flip back to the defense. Vic Fangio's unit has allowed the 3rd fewest points per game in the league at 19.3. They're 8th in yards per play and 12th in total yardage. Third downs have been a soft spot, 18th, but the red zone defense has been elite. They're 4th in the NFL at forcing field goals instead of giving up touchdowns. That's going to matter big time against a Bills team that thrives inside the 20. Stopping Josh Allen is the ultimate test. This is where the front 4 needs to win without blitzing. The Eagles have done it before. Remember their Super Bowl pressure on Mahomes without bringing heat? Similar situation here. Allen is an escape artist, 6.6, built like a linebacker, and dangerous on the move. That means disciplined pass rush lanes, keeping him in the pocket, and, most critically, finishing the play. Don't assume he's going down just because you got a hand on him. Allen breaks more sacks than anyone in football. Wrap up, drive, and get him on the turf. And keep an eye on the tight ends. Buffalo's duo of Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox is legit. Kincaid is a silky smooth route runner with soft hands, more like a big receiver than a true tight end. Knox, on the other hand, brings the physicality and size. Between them, they've combined for 65-plus catches, nearly 900 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Philly's linebackers, including Pro Bowler Nakobe Dean and the ascending Christian Ellis, will need to be sharp. One blown coverage, and these tight ends can rip off 20-plus yard gains and flip the field. Jake Elliott deserves a whole conversation of his own. Nick Sirianni backed him this week. No kicking competition being brought in, but the numbers are hard to ignore. Elliott's hitting at just 70.8% on the year, his lowest mark ever. He's missed 7 kicks from 40-plus yards. From 50-plus, he's just 4 of 8 this season and 5 of 15 over the past 2 years. That's not going to cut it. In a game that might be decided by 3 points or less, Elliott has to flip the switch. The good news? He's been nearly automatic in the playoffs, 26 of 27 in his career. That version of Elliott needs to show up now. The bottom line, this game is going to be cold, wet, and possibly snowy. It's going to be physical, and it's going to test every part of the Eagles' identity. Can they win ugly? Can they pound the rock, play disciplined defense, and avoid critical mistakes? The progress of the last 3 weeks suggests they're headed in the right direction.